Gary Griffith on choice of Stuart Young as PM. Expect war in PNM. National Transformation Alliance, NTA. Political leader Gary Griffith says that major civil war can be expected within the People's National Movement, PNM, as Stuart Young does not represent what the party stands for. Addressing reporters yesterday in Tobago, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that Minister of Energy Stuart Young would replace him as Prime Minister as he, Rowley, transitions out of the role. Gary Griffith. National Transformation Alliance, NTA. Political leader Gary Griffith. My intention being firm, the question now was the replacement as Prime Minister. We discussed at length, and in the end, we came up with a situation where the entire PNM caucus is in support of the MP for Port of Spain North/St. Anne's West Stuart Young. The promise of a smooth transition is going according to plan, said Rowley. Responding to the Express yesterday via WhatsApp, Griffith said it was unlikely that the PNM would select Young as its leader. I can state emphatically that this is going to cause a virtual, internal civil war within the PNM. But that is the PNM's business. I think they have given us a gift in disguise because instead of the PNM solidifying what it is going to do, this will cause major division because I know there is not a so-called chance in hell that the General Council of the PNM and the rank-and-file PNM will ever vote for somebody like Stuart Young, he said. Griffith, who served as Commissioner of Police between 2018 and 2020, blamed Young for his removal from the post. He questioned whether Young was qualified to lead the nation. We certainly can't expect anything better from a PNM government if Stuart Young leads it, as it pertains to the security of the country. We have seen his failures in several other aspects, as it pertains to the energy sector and administrative decisions, Griffith added. While Griffith said the PNM was a good party and had contributed to the development of the nation, he added that development would not continue under the leadership of Young. However, he noted that the decision to choose a successor rested in the PNM's camp. That is the PNM's business, not the NTA's. The PNM has to fix their house. That is for the PNM to deal with. I am making sure there is proper representation for that bridge constituency of voters, he said. Meanwhile, leader of the Movement for National Development, MND, Garvin Nicholas told the Express he hoped the voting population, including former PNM voters, would be discerning when the time came to vote. In a WhatsApp exchange with the Express, Nicholas stated, Minister Young represents the very worst of what leaders have evolved into. His arrogance and willingness to twist the truth in knots will not be beneficial to the citizens. He added that Young, who acted as Prime Minister, should accept blame for the record-high murder levels, the closure of Petrotrin in 2018, and the losses suffered by the National Gas Company, NGC. I expect Young's, decision-making to be based on the policies of his leader and for him to carry on enriching a small group of individuals at the expense of the majority. Just when I thought we couldn't descend any lower, we have, Nicholas said. And political leader of the Honesty, Opportunity, Performance, and Empowerment Party, Hope, Timothy Hamelsmith said that while Rowley expressed his decision to resign as Prime Minister following a CARICOM meeting in February, there was no indication of his stepping down as PNM political leader. If Dr. Rowley resigns as Prime Minister, which he says will happen after his CARICOM meeting, and the government parliamentary representatives in the House express their support for MP Stuart Young, in that case, the President is likely to appoint MP Stuart Young as Prime Minister until the end of the current term of Parliament. In this scenario, the question arises as to if and when the PNM intends to hold an internal election for appointment of its political leader. Dr. Rowley has not indicated an intention to resign as political leader of the PNM, he said via WhatsApp yesterday.